Do no 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 no. God, I love that theme. It's probably one of my favorite soundtrack things of all time. Welcome, guys. Spoiler review of Jurassic World. Now, I'm assuming you saw the film, so I'm just going to cover a lot of things I loved about it and love things, I didn't really necessarily like. So, first of all, I got to say, Steven Spielberg knows how to capture a kid's heart, with film. When the first Jurassic Park, it feels like, it feels real. It feels like you're in an adventure, like you're in wonder. The dinosaurs feel real. But Jurassic World is for the newer generation. I think this film was fantastic. I absolutely loved this film. I'm going to watch it a couple more times with Mad Max. You know what? I had the same amount of fun with this as Mad Max, because Mad Max I absolutely loved. I was like, yeah. This film, man, what can I say? My other review, I said great soundtrack, great humor, and let's talk about the humor real quick. The humor was great. I absolutely loved, Chris Pratt. He knows how to do humor. He knows how to do comedy. And I was thinking Andy and Star-Lord, the mix of Andy and Star-Lord in this film. And I think he's very charming. I think he definitely pulls off a lot of these jokes, especially with him and Bryce Dallas Howard as they're exchanging, especially at the end, he's like, "Oh, we gotta stick together to survive." Especially when they were meeting up in the beginning too, as well. When he says, they gotta eat, they gotta hunt, they gotta. I love that part. But yeah, he did. I think he did a great job. I thought he was gonna be in it a lot more, though. I honestly thought he was gonna be like something kind of different. I thought they were gonna get to the kids earlier than later on. That it seemed like it took a while before they got to the kids. And I just thought he would be more of a Dr. Grant type character, which was great that he wasn't. I think his character was really essential when it was time for the Raptors to go hunt the Indominus Rex. That's where his character is like, yes, I absolutely love the training with him and the Raptors. I fucking called it, son. I said in the trailer that there's no way these Raptors were going to, behave. They were going to turn on the people who sent them or whatever, their group, on Chris Pratt. And they did. But I did not expect that little twist. I knew the Indominus Rex. They told us that it had T-Rex mostly. Pufferfish, I believe, because it could blend in the surroundings. And it has that, man, there's a lot of thermal. I was thinking I was in Predator, honestly, with a lot of the thermal going on, especially that waterfall scene. I thought the Indominus Rex was going to jump right in there too. But I didn't know what the third genetic was going to be. I thought it was going to be, did they fucking put like human DNA in this thing? That's what I thought. They put a raptor in there. T-Rex, pufferfish, and a raptor. Holy shit. I was like, when the Raptors were like talking to it, I thought the Indominus Rex was just gonna talk, because it seemed like he was commanding, like it was the alpha pretty much. It's like How to Train Your Dragon 2, right? The alpha controls all the dragons, so I thought Indominus Rex controlled all the dinosaurs, especially with the pterodactyl scene. It seemed like it was like commanding it to strike the airplane, which I can't believe the CEO just boom, died. I like that guy. I like that he added a lot of humor too with the here we go, flying the plane and stuff. But yeah, it seemed like this, Indominus Rex was controlling the dinosaurs because he was just an alpha. But no, like when you just had that oh shit moment, when Chris Pratt's like, now I know why they didn't want to tell us what they crossed it with. It's a fucking raptor. Oh man. And I loved, all his raptor team. I loved the fact that they showcased him, at that one scene when he's like with them and everybody's like freaking out, like, well, this is ludicrous, man. These are raptors. This fucking makes no sense. But then it just, you had to watch the movie. And, I was one of them too, though. I was like, I really had low expectations for this movie. But, man, like I say, you can have expectations going into a movie, low expectations too. But you don't judge a movie until you watch it. And when watching this, I just absolutely adore this movie. But like I said, Chris Pratt's in there, right? And that one scene is like, hold up, Charlie, Blue, Delta. He's right there, but there's a reason why he was with those raptors, because he was outside the cage, like he was commanding them outside, like more safe. Except the new guy gets dropped in there, so he has to save his ass. Absolutely love the fact that, listen, he knows, he's like, these are fucking raptors. They are dangerous. They still don't trust me. Like, they straight out were gonna attack him if he didn't just like play loosey goosey, and he just got away from him and closed the cage behind him. And I love how the raptor was just like still on the new guy. That's like, reminds me of Balto. It reminded me of my dog, my Siberian Husky, a lot. Honestly, the mannerisms. And Vincent D. Onofero. I can't say that last name. The guy who came in for the military and stuff, him wanting to pretty much the raptors, for military use and stuff. I actually like that little plot. I did definitely. It makes sense, that they have these dinosaurs. Why not use them, especially raptors, to go in and take out all these enemies? These are creatures that are fucking like nobody's gonna fuck around with them. And if they do take them down, they're gonna take 20 more guys down before you take one of these raptors down, except that one that got blown up. He was looking at Chris Pratt like, oh man, what's up, homie? But yeah, just absolutely, I did like that plot point. I did love how he got his at the end too, getting the arm bit, and then just a lot of violence, a lot of blood. Loved it. Especially when Indominus Rex, there's a lot. Let's talk about the dinosaurs killing people. Like, there's a lot of violence in this film. Of course, it's not, overly, done, but it's just subtle. It's subtle violence. Not really, but it's kind of subtle. You don't see like a guy's, well, you kind of do. Like, Indominus Rex was taking people out, son. I like the dinosaur violence. I thought more, that's what I kind of wanted more of my Jurassic Park films, was more dinosaurs eating people, but like, I want them to execute that. I think this film executed the dinosaurs eating people flawlessly. I think they did a great job, especially with Indominus Rex just taking out all these guys and just killing for sport, honestly. So that was great. Love the raptors. Raptors are always awesome when they're taking people down. Love the fact how they turned on Chris Pratt, but then they went back with him. They went back with him after Chris Pratt's like, oh, you're my dog, man. Here, let me take this off you. Blue. You're my dog, Blue. I loved it. Loved the Raptors, working back together with their alpha, Chris Pratt, and going against Indominus Rex at the ending. The big ass one in the water was awesome too. Dude, my friend called it. He was next to me. He's like, oh, the assistant chick is going to get hers. Watch. She got hers, and she got hers in like the worst possible way. I did not see any of that coming. I was like, okay, she's taken by the pterodactyl. We saw that in the trailer. She's done for. Probably rip her apart or something like that. But no, like, they drop her, they get her. But once she fell into that tank, I was like, no. He saw the little pterodactyl, picking at her, and then he saw that big ass, like from the trailer, that big ass dinosaur in the ocean, in the tank. Oh my god! I was like, wow! I was like this. I was like, wow, that's fucked up. That was great setup. I also liked the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs looked, like I said, a little bit too CGI. I think there was one particular scene that did use a practical dinosaur, I believe. That's the one that was dying. I liked that scene. I did like the scene because Bryce Dallas Howard was treating these dinosaurs like they were just animals, but there's more to them. And that scene really just established, like, you can't, like, you think it's a joke. You think that, oh, I keep them contained, they're never going to get out. Like Malcolm said, nature finds a way. So overall, man, I just love but I did like the dinosaurs. I just think there was a little bit too CGI. Gotta say, what else do we have? Oh man, there's so many moments in here that's great. I think we need to talk about the ending now. I just want to talk about the ending so much, and I don't have too much time left. The ending was fantastic. We all knew the original Tyrannosaurus Rex was going to make, the T-Rex was going to make its way back from the original. I gotta say before that though, I did love how the kids wandered on to the original park, with Hammond's park. And I loved how basically they took the Jeep. I thought the Jeep part was awesome. I was like, yeah, take the Jeep. Cool, awesome. So I do love that aspect to it. I gotta say though, oh my god, the T-Rex, man. When I knew he was gonna come in, but I didn't know when, and I don't know how. But when they had the Indominus Rex, and you had the Raptors getting fucked up, and then Chris Pratt and the kids are just like holding on for dear life, and then you see Bryce Dallas Howard, and she looked pretty fine as well. Oh, she looked pretty fine, just gotta say, with her flair, the callback, another Easter egg, from Malcolm and Dr. Grant. And then telling that one, Jake Johnson. Jake Johnson was great in this film. The comedy in with him and him having the original T-shirt, awesome. And him trying to kiss the girl, awesome, gotta say. But when she tells him, open the damn door for the T-Rex, and then you see that T-Rex, slowly walking. That's what brought me back. I was like, fuck, dude, that is awesome. I was just a kid again. I was like, that's awesome. That's very awesome. I do wish it was practical, but it's still awesome. Oh my god! And then you see her throwing the freaking flare at the Indominus Rex, and a showdown. But the T-Rex again is ass kicks because it's got little teeny little arms, and I saw that I was like little teeny little arms. And then you got the Indominus Rex with like these beefy kind of arms. They're just fucking it up. And then you got the Raptor Blue, my boy Blue, coming back, man. Round 2. It was we're kind of laughing a little bit because he's like, the camera's just like pulling in to the Blue, and Blue's like, I'm about to kick this. I'm about to fucking roadhouse. And he starts going after Indominus Rex. And Indominus Rex, it's just like a two-on-one battle. T-Rex got the upper hand. Gets him by the tank, and that big ass fucking dinosaur taking the Indominus Rex into the ocean. He was a goner, son, a goner. Oh, just love that scene. I'm gonna watch this again. I want to watch this again. I was the one that said, what, my expectations were super low. I don't think this movie's gonna be that good. I didn't really like the trailers, but more promotion came out. And more I saw, I was like, okay, I'm enthusiastic. My friend's very hyped for this film. I love the movie. I just love the movie. I thought it was great. It did its job. Did a fantastic job. It has problems like every other movie. Probably has a little bit more problems than... Well, Jurassic World had that big-ass plot hole with the T-Rex. How, it's like surface, and then, when the car goes over the ledge, it's not surface anymore, so come on. But man, this fantastic movie. Fantastic for a blockbuster movie. Is it gonna win awards? No, but did it do its job and brought me back to just enjoying a film, enjoying the cinema experience with people all around me? Yes, it did. I'm a fat guy, and it was packed, and so I had people right next to me. But we enjoyed the experience. We laughed when it was funny. It was just overall great. Avengers, you didn't do it, buddy. You didn't do it. This movie did. This captured my childhood. I don't even want to say childhood. This captured my enthusiastic of blockbuster movies. It should make money, and I hope for sequels to come. But I do hope for at least Malcolm and Dr. Grant to come back for maybe, because Dr. Wu ended up being a dick. He got a juicy role. He was a dick in this film. Dr. Wu, what the hell, man? And then we see him taking a lot of the genetics and stuff, and the army still wants to do stuff. I don't know where. I'll make probably a separate video on where I might go, but please bring Dr. Grant and Malcolm back. I don't know how. I would love to see them come back. I think this franchise is back where it needs to be. Hopefully, if they do make sequels, it's just as good as this one, because fantastic. So, highly recommend. Let me know your guys' thoughts if you've seen the film. Of course you've seen the film. That's why you're watching spoilers. Want to hear everything you have to say. If you didn't like it, that's fine. If you didn't like it, everybody has opinion. Everybody likes some, movies. Or, if you didn't think it was all awesome as well. I just really thought it was fantastic. But if you didn't, that's fine. I mean, I want to hear, your reasons and stuff. But, yeah, I mean, I can see why people would think, like, hey, this wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be. But thank you guys for listening. Subscribe, like, and see you at the cinema, guys. See you at the cinema.